All right. I'm excited to introduce to you guys today our Airfob Pro portal. From this portal, you'll be able to administer your sites and do important things like add users, edit your devices, and then control access levels. So let me first go and do a high-level overview of each section in our application, and then we can go into detail and really show you guys how to set up your first site. All right. First things first, I'm going to app.airfobspace.com and I see my sign up page. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and type in our password. Click sign in. And the first thing I see is our new dashboard. So on our dashboard, we have our attendance, the number of active users that are on the site, number of devices, and our credit status. Below that, we can see our usage by day, by week, and by month. We can also select our own date range. At the bottom of the screen, you'll be able to see recent actions taken on your site. So this is a list of important actions such as updating devices, deleting users, adding users, and other such things. Next from the menu, I've chosen the user management section. First, in our users page, we can see a list of all of the users on our site. From here, we're able to take batch actions, such as activating users, reactivating them, suspending, revoking, deleting, managing their groups, setting their access levels, and additionally, we can take batch actions such as exporting all of our users and importing our users, as well as their images. From here, the Add Users button allows us to add a single user to the site just by adding in their information, uploading a photo if they have one, and setting their access levels. This will allow us to both either activate their mobile card or just save them to be activated later. From our users group page, you're able to sort your users into groups. Now this is an effective tool to allow you to group your users, such as full-time employees or temporary employees, and then dynamically control their access levels. Clicking the Add User button allows you to simply add a user group by the name, or you can add it as a subgroup of a parent group. The final page in the user management section is our card templates page. From the card templates page, we can choose from the default card templates or create our own template and add that template to our users. We can also click a template and click this Update All Users button to instantly update all of your users' mobile cards to this design. In our next section, the device management page, we can see a list of all of the devices that we have added to the site using the Airfob Pro mobile application. From here, we can see this green dot indicating that the reader is connected to the network. When selecting the reader, we're able to update its firmware, schedule settings, and then manage the group that it's in. By clicking on the device, we can see more information about that device and then have a little bit more granular control over its settings. We're able to change its nickname, its time zone. We can do firmware updates, reboots. You can update its network settings or additionally its SIO2 settings. When managing your devices, it's important to split them up into device groups. Using these device groups, you can also dynamically set their access. So from here, by clicking on the list, I can see this main exterior doors device group that we've created. And below that As a subgroup, we've created this high security group. Adding device groups is very similar to adding user groups. You can select a name, you can add them as a subgroup, and then you can also control directly which devices go into that group. Next, we have our access management section. And the first page we see is our holidays group. We've created here in our holiday group list, Korean holidays, as an example. You can see by opening up the group, we have a list of holidays in which we're able to set the access to be preventing people from entering during these holidays. By clicking on the Add Holiday group, we can add their group name. We can add holidays by either a single date or a week. We can also add in date ranges and repeat annually. Next, we need to link those holiday groups to schedules. So we have our list of schedules. The always schedule will always be appearing on your site, and it will not be editable. If we click on the always schedule, we can see that it's set to have access all day, every day of the week. This is the default access. Next, you can make your own schedules by clicking on the Add Schedule button, customizing your name and description, and then choosing days and times to set up your access. Finally, we've created our holiday groups, we've created our schedules. Now we can add them to access levels. So here in the access levels page, you're able to see all of the devices and schedules added to the different access levels that you have created. By clicking on the Add Access Level button, you're able to independently add device groups and devices, as well as schedules with their accompanying holiday groups. In the monitoring section, we have two pages. The first one, Event Logs, shows us different events that have taken place on the site. We can see here that the events are split up based upon username, user ID, which device the event occurred on, and the event name. We're able to filter through all of these events and see specific events that we want to see, such as access being granted. We're also able to export these event logs into a CSV file. On the next page, we have our audit logs. The audit logs are events that have taken place on the Airfob Pro portal itself. So you can see all the actions taken by your administrators. Finally, in the settings, we have our admin section. From here, you are able to invite administrators to your Airfob Pro portal. You can also select their role to really control how they control your site. Next, we have our site settings. Site settings is split up into two sections, the site profile and site security. From here, you can have granular control over the settings on your site. Finally, we have our credit center. In the credit center, you can see your credit balance and the cost each month for your site. Now, the cost is calculated based on our credits base plan with a monthly base fee of 5 credits. With that, you can get up to 5 devices and up to 500 active users. For each additional device, it's going to take 1 more credit per month. And for each 100 active users after 500, it's going to be an additional credit. Finally, down here, with our Request More Credits button, we can hit that button, and an email is automatically generated and sent to your site creator to request for more credits be added to the site. Okay, And that's a quick overview of all of the different sections in our Airfob Pro portal. Next, let's look at how you're going to set up your site for the first time.